Many forwarders question the true capabilities of offshore teams and whether these setups are sustainable in the long term. A partnership is a commitment to grow and succeed from day one. So, how do you know if an offshoring setup is right from the start and built to last? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to OBP Connect. I'm Bea, and this is the official offshoring podcast brought to you by Offshore Business Processing, where connections meet solutions for your success. In this episode, we explore the offshoring process and how OBP is getting implementation right from day one. Now in the middle of Q2, it is a good time to rethink your strategy and assess your current setup for growth. Offshoring is one such angle, and it's not only about reducing costs. It is about building a team that performs, adapts, and scales with you. Let's learn more about how it starts with our special guest, Miss Ali, our project manager here at OBP. She has been with the company for more than 9 years, starting as a project implementations officer and promoted to project manager after 3 years. She serves as a central point of coordination across all departments. So welcome to the show, Miss Ali.
Hi, Bea. Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm happy to be here.
It's our pleasure to have you on the podcast. So before we deep dive into our topic, we'd love for the audience to get to know you more.
Oh, sure. Sounds good. Yes.
All right, so it's time to fast track and fire away. I'll be asking 5 quick questions about you and your work, and just say the first word or phrase that comes to mind. So are you ready, Miss Ali?
Yes, let's start.
So, favorite part of your job?
Coordination.
Hardest thing to explain about what you do?
How I adapt to sudden changes.
Most common misconception about your role?
I really can't think of one.
So, a part of your work that really tests your skills?
Being flexible with the time zone of the clients.
Tricky. Most important task in your role?
Definitely communication.
And that's fast track. Thank you so much for those speedy answers. It really gave us a peek into what you do. A lot of communication answers as well. So that does just make sense for your role. Now that that's out of the way, here we are across the desk. So let's hear it. So, Miss Ali, can you give us a rundown of how our offshoring services get implemented?
Okay. So at a high level, our implementation process is very structured, but also tailored depending on the client's needs.
Interesting. So tell me more.
Well, it starts once the candidate accepts the offer. From there, we move into pre-employment requirements, contract signing, and onboarding preparations. We also coordinate closely with the client on system access, tools, and any specific onboarding requirements they may have.
Yes. So getting all the requirements and such.
Essentially, we also guide the candidates through training schedules and set expectations leading up to go live.
Right.
By the time they officially start, everything is in place already, from credentials to equipment to expectations. So it's really a smooth transition from hiring to full productivity.
I see. So with that, I'm curious to know, Miss Ali, what would you say is the generic way of handling this process compared to the OBP standard then?
Well, I think the biggest difference is that the generic approach tends to be more reactive, meaning that there are things only addressed as they come up. But with OBP, we take more proactive and structured approach. We already anticipate the usual bottlenecks, such as delays in requirements or system access, and we address them early in the process.
Oh, well, this really shows the depth of our expertise and
Exactly.
experience.
Exactly. We also provide consistent updates to clients, so they're never left wondering about the status.
Nice, because that's very important.
Yes, so instead of just onboarding a resource, OBP ensures that everything is aligned before the employee even goes live. And that includes making sure that they are trained to required standard.
And that training piece is really where it all comes together. As you mentioned, Miss Ali, one of the most crucial parts of ensuring a team is ready to perform is structured training. And that is just one aspect of the fully managed services we provide. At OBP, we handle everything from hiring and training to day-to-day management so that you can fully focus on running your business. Skilled workers, lower cost, and better results. Read more about it on our brochure called Focus on Your Core Business under the resources page at offshorebusinessprocessing.com. Now let's get specific. Case in point, real scenarios, real answers. Miss Ali, common concerns about offshoring include challenges with communication, time zones, and team fit. How do we ensure that we have smooth coordination between OBP and its clients? Can you give an example for each of them?
Challenges with communication, time zones, and team fit, right?
Yes.
Okay, so for communication, of course, as an offshore service provider, how we communicate consistently and effectively is a critical component of our success.
Hmm.
So with that, we make sure our clients receive regular updates and clear visibility throughout each phase of the implementation process.
Interesting. So, what might that look like though?
Well, specifically, we provide structured and transparent progress updates so that expectations are aligned, potential misunderstandings are minimized, and overall transparency across all stakeholders is promoted.
I see. So, everything is just communicated.
Yes, and for the time zone difference, it can definitely be a challenge, but we manage them through proper alignment early on. Whether a client is based in Australia, the US, Europe, or Asia, we ensure that the employee's schedule overlaps with their working hours as much as possible. We also align key activities such as training or meetings within shared working windows. So instead of the time zone being a barrier, it becomes something we plan around from the start.
I see. And that makes a lot of sense. Meeting in the middle, as they say, right?
Yes. And lastly, the team fit. Team fit is actually one of the most important factors for long-term success. For example, we had a client who needed someone not just with right skills, but someone who could match their working style and communication approach.
Oh, so they are very firm with that requirement?
Yes. So during implementation, I made sure expectations were very clear. This included the work culture, daily workflows. We also prepared the candidate ahead of time so they could integrate more naturally into the client's team.
I see. Having this much involvement makes a lot of difference.
Yes, because that alignment really made the transition much smoother.
And that kind of alignment, whether it's communication, time zones, or team fit, is a result of a process that's been refined throughout the years. If you're a freight forwarder or logistics provider looking for offshore support that actually integrates with your team, OBP is built for exactly that. To learn more, visit offshorebusinessprocessing.com and explore our services page. Now let's bring these insights together and leave our listeners with something to take away. Let's wrap up with a sign-off. So, Miss Ali, from your own perspective, what do you think are the green flags and red flags in an offshoring implementation process? What qualities and traits should our listeners keep an eye on?
For green flags, I'd say keep an eye on clear and consistent communication, well-defined timelines and expectations, proactive updates, and a structured onboarding process. This usually indicates that the implementation will go smoothly. On the other hand, my red flags would be recruitment hiccups, changes in the scope, and gaps in coordination. So watch out for this because they can lead to delays or a less than smooth onboarding experience.
I see. So, Miss Ali, from what I understand, essentially, it's very important that everyone is in on the same page in this partnership.
Yes, and to achieve that, clients need to work with a partner that's organized, proactive, and transparent throughout the process. That's exactly what we strive for here at OBP.
That is very well said, Miss Ali. I couldn't think of a better note to end it on. So, thank you so much for sharing your insights and embodying the high standards we uphold here at OBP.
No problem. Thank you, Bea.
And thank you everyone for listening. You can follow Offshore Business Processing on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube for more industry insights. And for more information on our services, just visit offshorebusinessprocessing.com. This has been OBP Connect, where connections meet solutions for your success.